target individuals sent letters. Um, so that was a good idea because it was a huge mess. Um, but I'm sure there's a lot of information on news about that. Anyway, guys, keep going strong. I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep trying to make videos. I guess I'll just keep going. There was some other stuff I wanted to talk about. Maybe another 15 minutes. I may make a video later on, guys. I'm gonna put this out just to let y'all know how I'm doing. Um, I'm just trying to think if there's any other information. No, I might as well keep going because I'm already at 15 minutes. Um, but I really, I know as TIs, we're all struggling, and we feel emotional. Especially, on the calls. They've been very emotional lately, and people feel trapped. But it's kind of like a, I don't know. I get the feeling like, wow, it's getting worse and worse for me and a lot of other TIs. But that's, the dark before the dawn. I just, y'all know what I'm saying. I don't know the future. I don't know when this is going to end or how it's going to end. But we're seeing such positive things. I do want to start maybe I'm trying to kind of do best practices. What I see other TIs that are doing that's really successful. And I want to do a live stream, but I can't get my computer to work, and I kind of want it to connect it to my conference calls. I do have them late at night. They're 11:30 Central Time. Um, but I was going to try and figure out some stuff with that. Um, Also, if I can get my brain to work, that'd be good too. Um, I think we've just gotta, when we do feel, when they aren't attacking us so bad, we have to take those times and be with our family or be with our friends, and kind of take those good times and use them for all we can. It's been hard for me. It's been very, very hard for me because I'm so worn out. My brain is worn out. It feels worn out. My body, from constant torture and rape, and just very painful. Like it's concerning to go to sleep. Like I have to get my enclosure, get everything kind of ready, get my bunker, and get everything kind of ready. And it's scary because that's when they hurt me the most. That's when they're trying to hurt my body and hurt my mind, do the directed dreaming, try and make me use the bathroom on myself with remote neural manipulation, all that fun stuff. And it's not a comfortable feeling knowing that people, on a very mainstream level, nobody's doing anything about this. I feel like we're changing that. We're saturating social media, so that at a point where, local media, and they're going to have to come out with more documentaries, even more than the Vice documentary and other documentaries. We're saturating it so much from a ground level up that it will come where mainstream media will be forced. They'll be forced to report this on some level, even if they're trying to keep the propaganda going. People will start researching about it. They'll start asking about it, and that's something that I wanted to. Stupid light. Okay, so that is one thing that I did want to talk about. I know that sometimes we have a lot of non-TI friends or family who, we tell them about this stuff, and sometimes my mom says, she's like, I believe you. I believe that something's happening, but I don't know what to do. I don't, and that's a normal human thing. So I was thinking that TIs and non-TIs, we could do this. Start on a certain day, or just, I don't know. It could just be random. We don't have to really pick a day. But start calling local media, and the major news networks like CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, whoever else. But call local and mainstream media, and that's what you could tell non-TIs that they can do. Is please call your local news stations and ask them to do a story about targeted individuals in organized gang stalking, and we should start doing that. We should start doing that every week, or just whenever you can, and just start calling it in. We want to hear about this. I'm hearing about this in social media. This is a huge deal. Why aren't you reporting this? And there has been some local stories about things like this in the past, and I can't think of anything recently. But maybe that can be one of our things, that if somebody's like, I don't know what to do, I believe that this is happening to you, say, well, call your local news stations and please ask them, to run a story about this, because they want to hear about this, because their friend or their family member is telling them about this, and they want to see it in the news because so many people are talking about it. So I thought that would maybe, a small idea, but something to stick in our arsenal. I feel like all ideas right now are good because they're pushing us along. So no idea is bad unless it's just going and doing violence. That's a bad idea. But every idea can add to our arsenal. Every good idea, every email campaign, every phone call campaign, every this international TI survey. I'm so excited about that, and I'm praying and hoping that they can really collect some good data and be able to go to I know they're going to go to some big hitters in these agencies, and people who are listened to in the mainstream media, and they're going to go to them with this evidence of what's happening to us, and be able to talk to. So on the international TI survey, please be as detailed as you can. That's why I'm taking my time on mine, and I'm really trying to go through everything, and also because I'm so tired and my memory's so bad, and the torture and the remote neural manipulation. I want to be very thorough and go through it a couple of times, but I'm gonna get mine in soon. But all right, guys, I think that's other than that. They are attacking my dog too, remotely. I feel like this is what it feels like, but it might not be this. I feel like about a month or two ago, they did get somebody else, like a shift moved off, and they got some new guy in, and he's done this a lot. So he came in and just was, he's ruthless. Like, he's more ruthless than the ruthless murderers I had before. They could just be doing this as kind of a tactic to throw me off from what they're really doing, because it's all in the shadows. So a lot of it is, I stay away from AI because, it's chatterbox technology. It's chatterbox technology that's interacting, with your inner voice and stuff like that. It's frequencies. So I do stay away from AI running this whole thing, but a lot of it is very, very automated. And these people, they have shifts and the automation, so they don't get they don't get tired from doing this 24 hours a day. It's like a job for them, and they go home off of their shift, and they have it very automated, and they have their script and narrative of how they're targeting you and what they're targeting you with, set up with these contractors that they work for, that are contracting from the DoD to experiment with this weaponry. There's a lot of people who, they say this isn't experimentation. This is not experimentation. And I'm a person, I think I've said this on my videos, I think there's a lot of different justifications. This can't be justified, but there's a lot of different reasons. But I do think that it's, even though they've mapped the brain and they know they're using protocols, these people, I do not believe are scientists. I believe they're mercenaries. I believe mine are specifically ex-military mercenaries. They can do this kind of thing. They would call themselves disciplined. I would call them obsessive murderers, I guess, obsessive murderers. But I do think that it's still experimentation, because I feel like, and that's one angle of it. They're doing it for money too. They're doing it for a lot of different things. for 20 different reasons. They're doing this to study the brain, to cull people, to basically Agenda 21, get people off the earth, slow kill, find out how to control people and surveil them better. But I do feel the experimentation comes in. They finished a lot of the experimentation, but a lot of it hinges on torturing us for our whole lives, or very long amounts of time, because they want to they want to be able to download information into the brain. And that's why sometimes you'll, maybe when you're thinking something, your V2K or something will say it almost before you're getting it in your head. It's because these computers that they're using to do this process a lot more information. They process it faster than our brain. But that's what I feel. I feel one of the angles, and this is a complicated issue. This is the most complicated issue that I've ever known in my life, and the people who are being murdered and their brains are being torn apart are asked to go even further and get more evidence and be more brave and talk about it more and be stronger and do this stuff all the time, in this very, very complicated issue that even a person with full strength and full energy would have a hard time dealing with. Explaining to people and getting evidence, and that's why the bad guys are winning. But I feel like that's one of the things they want to use this energy and information flow, almost like data to a cell phone, and they want to see like what does a lifetime of that do to somebody's brain. We're putting all that energy in somebody's brain. We're sending signals to their brain, visuals, and data, and they want to be able to download a book, into somebody's brain and have a hookup their whole life and know what kind of cancers are going to come out of this. So there's a lot of, I think, long-term experimentation. So I know that I agree with her on a lot of stuff. I do agree with her on a lot of stuff, but I think that she says, this isn't experimentation at all. I think that we, on the other side of it, can't imagine the horrible, horrible things that they are willing to do to somebody for their whole life to know how in the future they can use a stream of energy to transfer data to the brain. It's also about controlling and forcing information over information that you already have in your brain. So I don't know. Those are just some thoughts, some random thoughts from me. Y'all can tell I'm having a hard time. But I'm gonna try and get back on the ball, get more energetic. I do just want to put out, and I'm sorry I have to do this in different parts, but I can't upload it on my computer. Have to keep doing it from my phone. Y'all know this. I hope y'all are doing well. God bless all of you. God bless and protect all of your families. In the name of Jesus Christ. In the name of Jesus Christ. In the name of Jesus Christ. 3 times. 3 times. Let's just keep going, guys. You see me. I say and I say I'm not a Dr. Horton. I'm not a great speaker, especially so many years of this torture to my brain, and they're going very hard on my brain because that's what I care about the most. I hear a lot of people, their face gets burned, they microwave their face a lot. They were microwaving my face yesterday, and I go, that's great, you're giving my brain a rest. And then they went back to hit me in the head because I don't care how ugly I am. I really, my brain, your intelligence, that's what's important to me. So that's what they go for. And I know they go for that in all of us because it is experimentation with the brain, and also just cruel torture where destroying somebody's brain is going to be the cruelest thing. All right, guys. I love y'all. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. My enclosure's working pretty well. Percentages, I'm buffering, I'm attenuating by percentages. That's the best I can do right now, and that's the best advice I can tell people to do, is to attenuate the EMF, attenuate the pain by percentages. and just keep on putting stuff in your arsenal and increasing that. And we're going to keep on increasing awareness by percentages and moving up. It's happening exponentially. So let's keep going, guys. I love y'all. I hope y'all are doing all right. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. Love y'all.